Hello. Hi guys, happy Monday. It's the final Monday in the month of September. We continue with the birds. We are heading into October. And I trust that you are continuing to be mindful concerning scheduling your maintenance. And I hope that as you would have practiced maintaining self-care in every regard, that you will continue, that it will not just be for the month of September, because that was Melina word for September, but I hope that in the months of October and the months continuing, that you will continue to take a minute and catch your breath. I plan to, I don't know if any of the ladies who would be at the retreat probably is going to be looking at this. But one of the things that I plan to talk about is our wellness as women. I do not think that we emphasize the need, the necessity, the utmost thought that we need to put into our wellness in terms of what our body experiences on a monthly basis. Like, sister, pay attention to yourself. So I know I say this every single Monday, but I really hope that when I do say, I hope that you would have done something to rejuvenate, revitalize, re-energize yourself, that you would have, it would really prick you to say, okay, I didn't, let me go and do something. So I trust that you would have taken some time over the month of September to implement a routine that would remind you, okay, once a week I'm doing this, once a month I'm doing this, once in a day I'm doing this, so that it will become a normal, your new normal, as it pertains to being very mindful about how we take care of ourselves. I reminded us that vehicles, they go in and they get maintenance every 30, 60 and 90,000 kilometers. They go in, tires are changed, oil is changed, the vents are checked, spark plugs are checked. Those things are changed during your routine checkup on your car. Please have a routine for you, for yourself, for your body, for your mind, for your spirit, make sure there's a routine. There's a routine where prayer is concerned. There's a routine where the reading of the Word of God and the studying of God's Word is concerned. There's a routine in terms of how you disciple other. You have routines for everything, for cooking and cleaning and dropping off the children. Just as how your day has a routine, this needs to happen by this time, and I need to leave home by this time, and you have to reach for them for 2:20, and I need to leave there and get to the Go Martin so that I can pick up the girls by this. Have a routine for yourself. So I trust that in this month of September you would have implemented in more than one way different things to do your checks and your balances. So today we are trying to stay in the same vein of being short and sweet. So I know last week we spoke about Pekabi Sweet Beat Island. I just want to continue. So this is a part 2 to that. And I want to keep in the same vein of having it short as well. So in James, and I know I mentioned James last week, chapter 1 verse 19, it says, "My dear brothers and sisters, take note of this." Now I know when we was doing English, the teacher taught us that NB, note well. And you underline it. That was the short way of pay attention. A. After you write down all the things that you wrote down here, you see this part here, pay attention to that. Take note of this. James says, everyone should be quick, not some. Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. Let me situate myself properly on my chair. So, I know in the heat of let's say a disagreement or disagreement might sound harsh, but let's just say a difference of opinions pertaining to any particular topic, view, differences in views. Sometimes, depending on how strongly or passionately you feel about your point of view, tempers tend to start to dance around and thing. James is telling us here, my dear brother, dear sister, please take note of this. Everybody, so in the middle of heightened emotions, in the middle of you bringing your point across or wanting to say your point, everyone should be quick to listen, slow in speaking, and slow to become angry. So we added another S. So we said, you can't say sweet, be silent. James here is encouraging us to be slow. Even when you make up your mind to give the response, be slow. Be slow. Take your time. Consider. Remember I said, consider. Last week I told us, consider that after I would have said what I would have said, if this is not said right, or if this is not said giving thought to what I'm about to say, then the downtime, how long that person might take to recover, because it might require, what you would have said might require some surgery, might require surgery on the heart, surgery on the self-esteem, surgery on the mind, surgery, that's emotional surgery, and that's not physical. So you can't say, well, okay, I ain't seeing, it's not bleeding anymore, or it creates a scab, so that means it's healing. Emotional downtime tend to take a little longer. I am encouraging us, so please be slow to speak, quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. The Bible says that anger does not produce the righteousness of God. Be angry and sin not. The Bible talks about he that keepeth his tongue, keepeth his soul from trouble. And my mother's favorite one that she used to, apart from those that I just mentioned, one she used to say a lot is from the depths of a man's heart. Don't tell me you didn't mean it. From the depths of a man's heart, so shall he speak. I am encouraging us here on this last Monday of the month of September. Hey, September is ours. I didn't even like it now. Moving on. So add to silence, sweetness, do it slow. Slow. So that even in your anger, your response could still be sweet. Individuals, after you say, well, you know, this, what you said here, well, I was angry, or I was vexed. When I was home, that used to come out plenty. But I was vexed. And that's when my mother used to use the line. that same line. Well, from the depths, from the abundance, it there. If it wasn't there, it would not come out. I just want to encourage us that even in anger, because the Bible says to be angry and sin not, you still have the opportunity to slow down. Count to 10. We like to tell children that. Count to 10 if you realize you're getting vexed. Count to 10 and only calm down. Count to 10 and calm down before you open and you say something that somebody might need a year, because you're not allowed to wear heels because you have screws and steel plates in your ankle. You cannot walk with heels, at least not now. I just want to encourage us. Let us avoid creating extensive downtimes for individuals because of how we carelessly, thoughtlessly, quickly use our mouths. Allow words to just fly out because that's what you meant, or that's what you felt like saying, or that's what come to your mind. Yeah, was it here first and then did it have time to settle here first before it came here, and did it? So before that happens, allow, in order to say, oh, your husband whispering sweet nothings in you, allow sweet to be whispered on your lips to everyone. James said, dear brothers, so it's not men alone, dear sisters, so it's not women alone. Dear brothers and sisters, take note of this. Everyone should be. So I just want to encourage all of us. As James is encouraging everyone, I am encouraging all of us. And like I said last week, if it can't be sweet, go on silent. And James is adding, because James is the one who talk about letting bitter and sweet can come from the same place. Eh? So if you can't be sweet, be silent. And if you realize that in the heat of the moment, anger may be bubbling up a little bit, in order that you do not sin, slow down your rate in terms of your responses, so that one, you would not have nothing to apologize for, and two, the damage, we're trying to reduce damage. We're trying to reduce downtime for others. Even how you speak to yourself, be slow, and I ain't saying to say offensive, degrading things slowly. Slow down so that you would choose your words wisely. So, like I said, in the vein of staying short and sweet, that's my encouragement. It's just a part 2 of what I would have shared last week. Let us use our words, and if it requires you to smile away, fold your lip, bite the inside of your cheek, bite your tongue, clean your teeth, if it requires that to slow down what comes out, do the necessary, do the needful, because James is encouraging all of us to be mindful of how we use this tongue that he himself said is very unruly. And so it is our job to try to manage the words, and if you realize what is going to be said, the recovery, and you may never recover because it just has some things, forgiveness would be applied, but what that would have done is like a fridge in a flood. You just have to get, like you just have to get a new fridge. You can't use that fridge again because you know where the water coming from, the damage that would have taken place with, like if flood water rise to a certain level, God forbid, well I'm on a hill, but still God forbid, flood water rise to a certain level, I am very scornful. If rain falling in tongue and my foot get wet, it is an immediate bath, because I'm starting to think about all who spit and all who, my brain does just be going. Because that's splatter on my foot. We need to bathe. And we need to rinse out our feet with some Dettol. So I cannot see myself sitting on a couch that was soaked in a flood and just saying, well, let it dry out and we go steam it and throw it away. Throw the whole thing away. And so sometimes the damage that is done, not that forgiveness cannot be added, but sometimes that's what it would have done. It can't, I don't know. It's just you just have to come from a very long way to be able to be useful again in that way. So to avoid all of that, let us, as James encourages us, be slow to speak, slow to be angry, but quick to listen. So until next time I see you, we'll be saying hello October. Just encouraging us to, as we go through, those of us that will look at and glance at our vision boards and realize how many things that are still to be done. I'm going back to not last week but the week before. Try not to let anxiety and worry overwhelm you because I wanted to get this done this year and I still need to get this amount of money to be able to do that and I'm not seeing how this possible. Try not to let, if it's a food and clothes issue, relax yourself. Just seek first the kingdom of God and you're handled. If it's all the other things, let your request be made known unto God. Father, these are the things that I still have to accomplish for the year. Give me direction, give me wisdom, give me favor, provide. You can list those things because Philippians tells us to be anxious for nothing, but with everything, let your requests be made known. So that's my encouragement for today. Have a fantastic week and remember to schedule your maintenance, have some balance, and enjoy the rest of your week.